Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me for this 60-minute Yin and Yoga Nidra practice. I hope you've had a wonderful day and you are going to enjoy this time to relax and let go. Tonight I will take the practice almost right through to the end with Yin postures and then add Yoga Nidra at the end, and then you can relax in your Shavasana for as long as you like. So take a few moments to get yourself up. I have some couch cushions here and a couple of blocks. Maybe you'd like to use a blanket or anything that helps you to support yourself. And I want to share an announcement that in 1 week from tomorrow, I'm going to hold a special fundraising event. It happens to be my birthday on May 2nd, and I always like to do something special on my birthday to connect with friends and family, but that won't really be possible this year in person. So I've decided to share my Saturday morning yoga class as an opportunity to fundraise for a special charity that is local that raises a lot of money to support students who are at risk. And normally they give those students food to take home on the weekends because they will have the breakfast program and lunch program available for them during the school days. But right now, because of the COVID-19 virus and students are at home, there's not really much support for those students that are going hungry. So this charity, Backpack Buddies, is preparing food for students who are at home 7 days a week. And I'd really like to support them in helping them raise some money so they can buy the supplies that they need to support hundreds and hundreds of students around BC and many other places. There are organizations like this in many cities, in many provinces. So join me 1 week from today. If you'd like to find out more, you can look on my Facebook or Instagram or message me privately and let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, you can see on my Facebook, one of the most recent posts advertises this event. So please share it and please donate if you can. Any amount means a lot. And actually, just in today, which is when I just shared the information last night, I've already raised $120, so I'm super grateful. So please keep donating, and you can wait until May 2nd if you like, but feel free to donate directly to the website of Backpack Buddies. So, announcement out of the way, let's get started with our practice. So tonight I've drawn an intention card, and the word is relax. I mean, we all need to relax right now. There's just so much intensity. If you turn on the news or you talk to people or you go to the grocery store or you see what's going on in just around our province and around our country and around the world. So let's relax. Let that be one of your intentions for tonight, please. And this is really poignant. It says, stress leads to falling apart. Relaxation leads to falling together. So when we have stress, it releases adrenaline and cortisol into our bodies, and they don't go away. There's a cumulative effect, a negative cumulative effect on our bodies where we get in this heightened stress response and it's hard to withdraw. So the yoga practice, especially this practice, the Yin practice, signals our mind and our body to relax through continuous deep breathing. And that's pushing us into the parasympathetic response, the rest, digest, and relax state. So that's where I want to take you tonight. And the best way to get there is in everybody's favorite pose, the reason we're all doing yoga. I know it's true, Shavasana. So let's get settled. Let's lay down onto our backs. Feel free to use some props or not. This gigantic cushion is turning out to just be one of my favorites. I had no idea. I've had this thing for years. I never used it for yoga until I started all these live videos. But you can place the cushion under your thighs if you have one. Maybe a pillow behind your head. And lay down onto your back. And I forgot to mention that I don't have music playing in my videos anymore in my classes, but you're welcome to follow me on Spotify. I have lots of playlists there, or play your own music, or just practice in silence, listen to your breath. And all these videos will be uploaded to YouTube right after the class, so please subscribe to me on YouTube. I think now tonight will be the 28th video. I'm pretty excited about that. So Shavasana, here we are. The ultimate in relaxation postures. Let your arms be open to the sides, palms facing up, a gesture of surrender. Let your toes fall open. Let your spine lengthen. Start to connect with your breath. And for our Shavasana tonight, I'd like you to come to a place of recognition that everything is as it needs to be. There's nothing for you to think about for this next hour. There's nowhere for you to go. There's no worries, nothing to contemplate, nothing to consider. Just focus in on yourself. And if it helps you, use the word relax or any other intention that works for you to stay centered. And keep circulating around that intention. Let that become your mantra for the class. And if you like, you can add in that extra layer of a collective intention. What would you like to bring in to your practice that you can share with the whole world? Frankly, we all need to relax. The whole world needs a blanket of relaxation. So maybe your personal and collective intention can be joined together. Your eyes can be closed down here. Let your body soften. And I'm going to read to you a passage from The Untethered Soul, which I've been sharing quite a bit over the last, I don't know how long it's been now, 5 weeks or so. So feel free to listen and see if you can make a connection here for yourself. Deep inner release is a spiritual path in and of itself. It is the path of non-resistance, the path of acceptance, the path of surrender. It's not about resisting energies as they pass through you. If you have difficulty doing this, don't get down on yourself. Just keep working with it. It's the work of a lifetime to become that open, that complete, and that whole. The key is to just relax and release and deal only with what's left in front of you. You do not need to worry about the rest. If you relax and release, which I hope you do tonight, you will see that it puts you through tremendous spiritual growth. You'll start to feel an enormous amount of energy awaken inside of you. You'll feel much more love than you've ever felt before. You will feel more peace and contentment, and eventually nothing will ever disturb you again. You truly can reach a state in which you never have any more stress, tension, or problems for the rest of your life. You just have to realize that life is giving you a gift, and that gift is the flow of events that take place between your birth and your death. These events are exciting, challenging, and create tremendous growth. To comfortably handle this flow of life, your heart and mind must be open and expansive enough to encompass reality. The only reason they're not is because you resist. Learn to stop resisting reality, and what used to look like stressful problems will begin to look like the stepping stones of your spiritual journey. So take those thoughts with you as you start to relax yourself into Shavasana. Feel your shoulders relaxing down. Let your arms and legs become very heavy, like they're made of sand. As if you could just sink down softly into the earth below you. Feel that cradled effect, that protection. And I encourage you to identify one thing, just one thing, that you would like to let go of this evening. It could be something simple, it could be something you've been holding on to for a long time. Only you know. Just find that one thing and give yourself permission to stop resisting and let it go. And take a deep, clearing inhale breath through your nose and let yourself visualize what it is that you're letting go of. It's often the very first thing that comes to your mind. You don't have to think too much. It's right there. And as you exhale, sigh out your mouth and push all of that away, whatever it is. Let's do it again. Inhale through your nose, big breath in. Permission to let go. Exhale, let it go. One last time, deep breath in. And a full breath out. Exhale. And together we'll open our practice here with one beautiful sound of Om. Feel free to dedicate that Om anywhere that you like, anyone that you like. I know right now we're giving so much respect to all the people that are out in the community, still working, still supporting people who are sick, still keeping our grocery stores open, still delivering our mail, delivering our food, whatever it is. So maybe find somebody that you think needs a little extra peace and harmony tonight. And if you like, you can bring your palms onto your heart. We'll start with a clearing breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Inhale for Om. Breathe in and breathe out. Take a few more deep breaths here in this beautiful softening posture, allowing yourself to prepare to be open. We'll slowly start to make our way out of this pose. So if you have a cushion behind your head, you can release it out to the side. If you have something underneath your knees, you can release that as well. And give yourself a nice hug. Bring your knees into your chest, rock a little bit side to side. And our first posture here will be a supine twist. So if you like, you can keep that cushion or bolster between your inner thighs and roll over to your right side with it. Maybe you bring the little pillow under your head and curl up just like you're in your bed with a pillow between your legs, one pillow under your temple. I love to sleep like this. You're welcome to stay. This is beautiful just as it is. Or maybe you come into a twist by cactusing your left arm and open it up to the left. Try to get your left shoulder down to the mat. Your gaze is up. Remove that cushion if you had one under your head, or maybe you might need some blocks or extra cushion under your hands or your arms. As you breathe in here, try to lengthen up the spine from the belly all the way up through your heart to the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, let the belly soften in and squeeze the internal organs. This is one of the best things we can do to initiate a relaxation response. Deep conscious breath in and a full conscious breath out. In this practice of Yin, less is more. So there's less efforting, less thinking, less doing, and more relaxing. Sometimes it can be very challenging just to lay still for so many of us, just to find stillness, even for a few moments. That's the key. The key is to release and relax. And then all of life's events just become events. They're not positive or negative or something to worry about or stress about. We're much more able to face the challenging things when we can look at them as just single events. Keep following your breath, connect it to your intention. personal or collective. In your mind's eye, visualize who or what you're dedicating this class to. Luxuriate in these moments of freedom, total release. Continue here in its twist, knowing that you're bringing a great massage to the internal organs, this opening as you inhale and this squeezing in as you exhale. Any bits of tension or tightness there, released with every breath. See if you can count yourself off here 12 more breaths, just to keep you here in this moment. Count your breaths. Your last couple of breaths here. And as you're ready to release, you'll bring your gaze back through center. You've turned your head. Bring your knees into your chest. You can release the cushion if you have one. Hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a nice squeeze. So both knees in, one palm on each knee. Rock a little bit side to side. You're welcome to stay right here if this is good for you. If you'd like to release your legs and arms up to the ceiling, Viparita Karani, beautiful restorative posture to bring blood flow back into the center of the body. Or any other posture that feels neutralizing for you. Take 5 deep breaths. Last couple of breaths here. And as you're ready, you'll bring that cushion, if you used one, between your inner thighs. Again, roll over to your left side this time. Your knees to the left and your body to the left. And you could stay or start to cactus your right arm and open it up into the twist so your right shoulder comes down to the mat. And again, you create a beautiful twist for your spine, but also an opportunity to massage the internal organs. Every time you breathe in, there's a lengthening of the spine, opening through the abdominal cavity, through your chest. And as you exhale, you draw the belly in and squeeze out any tension or tightness there. Beautiful opportunity to let go. And maybe you find one more thing that you can let go of tonight. Even if it's just for a few minutes. Imagine
releasing yourself from the burden of something that maybe you've been carrying for a very, very long time. Here in this posture, our heart is open. So our heart is our connection to love, to our self-love, love of others, to our families and our friends, our relationships. Surely there is something to let go of there. Through this practice of opening our hearts, we can create a sense of gratitude. Start with yourself, for giving yourself this time and this breath and this opportunity to relax. In Yin, we hold these postures for long periods of time because it takes time to undo all of the tightening up and all of the binding and all of the holding on that we've been accustomed to. Give yourself time to slowly melt away any of that gripping, any of those tight places, any of the tension. Your body knows how to heal itself. You just need time. You can count yourself off 12 more deep breaths here. In this twist with your knees to the left, your chest, your heart open. Last couple of breaths. And as you find yourself ready to release the pose, you can bring your gaze back through center if it's been to one side. Release that cushion. Bring your knees back into your chest, and this time you can either take Viparita Karani, which we did last time, or Happy Baby Pose. Reach through your knees and grab the outer edges of your feet and pull your knees down to your outer rib cage. Maybe rock a few times side to side, or find stillness, pressing your feet into your hands, pulling your hands down into your feet, and roll the sacrum toward the mat, away from your chest. Take 3 deep breaths here. Exhale with a sigh. Close your knees together. Big squeeze, a little self-love. And we'll make our way into a tabletop position. So if you need, roll to your side and push yourself up to your hands and knees, or grab behind your thighs and give yourself that nice massage for the spine as you roll forward and back a few times. Come up to your seat. And then we'll make our way forward into tabletop. And from a tabletop position, we'll take just a few rounds of cat and cow to release any tension from the spine. Tuck your toes and your inhale breath with your knees under your hips. Lift your tailbone, tummy down, chest up. Press into your palms, right under the shoulders. As you exhale, untuck your toes, round your spine, chin to your chest, round like an angry cat. Inhale, tuck your toes, tailbone up, tummy down, chest up, maybe look up. And as you exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, and keep going like this. A couple more deep breaths or any other movements that you like from this position. Stay connected to that breath, reminding yourself that through this process, you're releasing and letting go. Last full round of breath. Beautiful. Coming back to a neutral position. From here, we'll come into sleeping swan or deer pose. So start to slide your right knee more forward. Tuck your back toes, slide your left knee back. This will be for sleeping swan. Or guide your left knee behind your right foot. This is for deer pose. And from either position, we'll fold forward. So if you're in deer pose, you can bring a cushion right in front of you and lean forward over it. If you're in sleeping swan with your leg extended back behind you, you can bring a cushion kind of in line with your front shin and lean forward over it. Either way, we're getting a nice opening for the hips, so you decide how you want to set yourself up. And we hold this pose for a little bit longer. We want to get deep into the hips here, so it does take time to get into that big joint of the hips. So settle yourself into a comfortable position. You may not want to have a bolster or blocks at all. Sometimes it's nice to put a block under the outer right hip. If you're more open, maybe you can bring your right shin bone more forward. Wherever you are, let the hips relax down. Try to get the top of your left thigh down if you're in sleeping swan. And if you're in deer pose, it's definitely much easier on the hips. Soften yourself down. You might be leaning more to the right if you're in deer. So in this posture, we're releasing tightness from the hips, and the hips are where we hold a lot of emotional energy in our bodies. I think of them kind of like the junk drawer of all our emotions. They're like that big junk drawer, and you just throw everything in there. But right now, our root chakra, Muladhara chakra, and Svadhisthana, our pelvic region, so this whole area around our hips, is being very challenged. This is our foundation, this is our security, this is our connection to one another, our creativity. So lots of energy being blocked up right now. So as you're here again, think of something that you can let go of, something that you'd like to release, an area where you need to relax, and use your breath to let it go. And if you find that you want to go deeper as the pose carries on, maybe you extend your left leg back behind you for sleeping swan. or maybe release yourself off of any bolsters or props and let your body find its edge on your own. You can bring your arms into any position that feels good for you. See if you can count yourself off here 10 more deep breaths. Use the exhalation to sigh and release. Many of you could be in your own personal space right now, so make as much noise as you like. It's okay. Take a few more breaths. Slowly, you start to make your way out of the pose by walking your hands under your shoulders if you're in sleeping swan, or if you're in deer pose, push yourself up. We'll come back either into tabletop, extending your right leg back behind you, or you can push up to downward dog, pedaling out your heels. Take about 5 breaths wherever you are. Release the legs, release the hips. Might feel good to extend both legs one at a time back behind you if you're in tabletop. Maybe you take 3-legged dog if you're in downward dog. That's lifting up one leg at a time, bending the knee, opening the hip. Oh, that feels really good for me today. And then we'll all come back again to a neutral position, tabletop, and the left knee will slide to the center, and maybe you bring your right knee behind your left foot for deer pose, again setting yourself up, more restorative position, definitely gentler on the hips. Or extending your right leg back behind you, tuck your toes, slide your right knee as far back as you can, and then from either position we'll lay ourselves down. And again, giving yourself permission here to clear out that junk drawer of the hips. It makes sense with a joint that big, we can put a lot of pressure there, and we do. We definitely do. And every once in a while though, you need to do a little maintenance. Go in there and see what's being stored that you don't need to hold on to, what's not serving you, what's not promoting you to release and let go. So wherever you are, soften, breathe deeply, find something else to let go of. If it feels good over time, you can go deeper, maybe moving from deer into sleeping swan, or extend that left shin bone more forward toward the top of your mat, but work on rolling the outer right thigh down if you're in sleeping swan. It seems so simple that the solution to our stress is to release and let go. Why does that become so difficult? Why do we hold on to things that cause us suffering and pain? There's some kind of comfort in that holding on. It's a little bit scary sometimes to let go. What would you fill up this open space with? The answer is you don't need to fill it up. You can just stay open. I think one of the hard parts of this quarantine period, of this self-isolation, physical distancing, is we've run out of things to do. It's so hard to just be okay not doing anything. And this practice, it's a reminder, it's an opportunity to practice not doing anything, just being. The simple art of being. See if you can take 10 more beautiful, luxurious, deep breaths. The last couple of breaths. And as you find yourself ready to come out of the posture, you'll slowly walk your hands under your shoulders, lift yourself up, either come back to tabletop and very gently extend your left leg back behind you, or maybe downward dog and pedal out those heels one at a time. And you can take both legs back behind if you're in this tabletop. Sometimes it's nice too to cross one leg at an angle, your toes connected, walk the heel. You can switch legs, cross opposite leg at an angle. Slowly make your way back through a neutral position, and from here we will come into Balasana, child pose. So your knees can be together, especially if your back is bothering you or knees wide. You can bring a big cushion like I have, or some kind of other bolster underneath you, and lay down over it. You don't need to have this bolster or cushion. You can also be laying down with your forehead, arms beside your body. If you prefer, your arms can be extended forward. And I'll just stay upright so you can hear me, but from child pose, I want you to think about letting your whole back balloon open as you inhale. It's like a tortoise shell. And as you exhale, let the whole front line of your body soften in. So let there be a big release, a breath as you inhale, really fill up like you could float right off your mat. And as you exhale, surrender and soften in. And from this posture, we will take 3 Brahmari breaths. And the Brahmari breath is one of the best breath techniques that you can use to relax. And I like to think of it like a whiteboard eraser. So you have the busyness of your mind, like a very busy whiteboard filled with all kinds of notes and messages and things that you need to do. And this breath
completely erases the board, clears it all up. And then you do it again and again every time you need. And how we make the breath is we inhale through the nose, and then it's a long, loud humming sound, as long and loud as you can with your lips closed. So it's the sound of the om. So let's try 3 together. You can take more if you like, and take them anytime you want. That would be my prescription for relaxation, is the Bhramari breath. Take a big breath in through your nose, and let's begin. That moment of clarity, everything is wiped away. Take another one. Inhale. Feels so good. One more. Inhale. Beautiful. And just stay here for an extra breath. Now you're welcome to stay in Balasana, the child pose. If you would like to add on just a little bit more, we'll add the heart melting aspect of the pose. So your arms will extend forward. Bring your hands together like they're clapping. Bend your elbows and bring your thumbs right to the nape of your neck. And as you're here, walk your elbows more forward and keep the hips pulling back toward your heels. And you're welcome to stay like that, and I'll just make a shape so you can see. If you'd like to go one step further, slide your elbows more forward, walk your knees back. So now your hips are right over top of your knees, your toes are tucked. And again, you'll bend your elbows and bring your thumbs to the nape of your neck, but now your heart, maybe your throat, and maybe your forehead will melt down to the mat. And keep walking your elbows forward, and maybe you can even take the chin forward so the whole length of your throat is on the mat. Let's take 5 deep breaths here, either in child pose or modified heart melting pose or full heart melting pose. Just 5 more breaths. Maybe sigh out the mouth or find that Bhramari breath again, one of my favorite pranayama exercises. Feel the whole lengthening of the front line of the body, and let the heart open. Last deep breath, inhale. And from Balasana, slowly rise up, curl up, round up. We'll make our way onto our seat so you can shift your hips to the side, get your legs out from underneath you. Give your legs a little release. And from here we'll come to caterpillar pose. So it is nice if you have tight hamstrings or a tight back to sit up on, just to a little cushion or a block. Or maybe put a blanket or a bolster or other soft cushion underneath your knees. We'll sit up nice and tall, reach for the sky, big breath in. And as you exhale, allow your body to fold forward and let go wherever you need to. If it feels good for you, you can lay over top of a cushion, maybe not as big as this one. Or maybe even sideways, and let the arms be in front. The idea of this posture is twofold. One is to lengthen the back of the legs and the spine. So we want to find
a bit of rounding of the back of the legs, but it's also a curling in of the heart. So there's a protective aspect of this posture, a curling into self. It's a lot of self-preservation. But the other side of this posture is that the back line of our body represents our past. And here we're extending the back line of the body by stretching from the heels all the way up the back of the legs, all the way over the hips and spine, and right to the crown of the head, right to the forehead line. And all of this back line of the body represents our past. What can you let go of from the past? It's the first thing that comes to your mind. Breathe into it. Breathe fully in to the back line of your body. Inhale. Let go as you exhale. Keep continuously breathing here, letting go, relaxing, putting an end to resisting. And remembering what our card said at the beginning, our intention card, that stress leads to falling apart and relaxation leads to falling together. So let yourself relax here and fall back together. Take your last 10 breaths. Count them out. Breathe deeply. Last couple of breaths. Slowly pushing into your hands. Let yourself come all the way up. We'll take one last posture to release. So just lean back into your hands. You can take out a cushion if you're sitting on one. A little reverse tabletop is nice here. Press into your feet. Lift your hips. You don't even need to lift your hips. You can push the chest forward. Open the heart. Feel that opening. We'll come down onto our backs for a supported bridge pose, which will lead into Yoga Nidra and Shavasana. So for supported bridge, you're welcome to use a big cushion like I have. You can use a block as well. You'll press down into your feet and lift your hips and then put cushion right underneath your hips or the block or bolster. And here we'll get a little bit of an inversion with the head just below the heart, the hips elevated slightly. Nice support for the lower back. This is really just right now a little transition. So take 10 deep breaths. It's a nice release after a forward fold to lift the hips. Get a little bit more heart opening. 5 more deep breaths here. Use your sigh, release and let go. Feel yourself coming together as you relax. All of the parts of us that fall apart during stress, we can weave them back together, stitch ourselves back together with continuous deep breathing. Last 2 breaths. From here, you'll press into your feet. Lift your hips enough to slide the bolster block out from underneath you, and then you can place either a bolster or cushion underneath your thighs. Cover yourself with a blanket if you like, back to Shavasana, right where we started. And feel free to put that cushion under your head. If you have one, set yourself up to completely relax. I'm going to sit myself up as I lead you through Yoga Nidra, but please lay yourself down gently. And prepare yourself to stay here for as long as you like. You can put on some warmer clothes or a big cozy blanket or turn down the lights. I want you to drop all your awareness right down into the base of your tailbone, right to the bottom of the 7 energy chakras, Muladhara chakra. Take a big breath in there. Full breath out. Now bring your awareness all the way up to the crown of your head, Sahasrara, the crown chakra. Big breath in. And a full breath out. Let the energy circulate around your spine, spiraling up and down. Every breath in, energy rising up. Every breath out, energy going down. And as we move through Yoga Nidra, this yogic sleep, you follow your breath through the body and connecting with every place that I mentioned, and try to bring that sense of relaxation there. Close your eyes, relax completely. You don't need to move. It's just a conscious awareness. Bring all your awareness to the left side of your body and drop your awareness right down to your left big toe. Relax your left big toe. Relax your second toe. Relax your third toe. Relax your fourth toe. Relax your fifth toe. Relax all of your toes on your left foot. Relax the sole of your foot. Relax the top of your foot. Relax your ankle and your heel. Relax your left lower leg, your left knee, your left upper leg, and your left hip. Feel your entire left leg from your toes to your hips soften. Now bring your awareness again all the way back up to the crown chakra, Sahasrara. Take a breath in. And as you relax, drop that awareness all the way down to your right big toe, right side of the body. Relax your right big toe. Relax your second toe. Relax your third toe. Relax your fourth toe. Relax your fifth toe. Relax all of the toes on your right foot. Relax the sole of your right foot, top of your right foot, your ankle and your heel. Relax your right lower leg. Relax your right knee. Relax your right upper leg. Relax your right hip. Relax your entire right leg from your toes all the way to your hip. Take a breath in, feel this centering and relaxation and surrender of your legs and your feet. Again, on your inhale, bring your awareness all the way up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, drop your awareness down the left side of your body to your left thumb. Relax your left thumb, your second finger, your third finger, your fourth finger,
your fifth finger. Relax all of the fingers of your left hand. Relax the palm of your hand. Relax the top of your hand. Relax your wrist, your lower arm, your elbow, your upper arm, and your left shoulder. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, soften the entire left arm from your fingers to your shoulder. And again, out, breathe in and bring the awareness right back up to the crown of your head. As you exhale, drop that awareness back down, all the way down the right side into your right thumb. Relax your right thumb, your second finger, your third finger, your fourth finger, and your fifth finger. Relax all of the fingers of your right hand. Relax the palm of your hand. Relax the back of your hand. Relax your wrist. Relax your right lower arm. Relax your elbow. Relax your right upper arm and your right shoulder. Relax your entire right arm from your fingers all the way to your shoulder. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, feel both of your arms completely relaxed and heavy. Let them surrender. Let your arms and legs completely relax and surrender. Take another breath in as you draw the energy back up to the crown of the head. And this time as you exhale, let your awareness go all the way down the back line of your body, all the way to the backs of your legs and your heels. And on your inhale, travel up the body, relax the back of your feet, the back of your legs, the back of your spine, the back of your arms, the back of your shoulders, back of your neck, the back of your head, right to the crown again. Breathe in. And this time as you exhale, allow the awareness to travel all the way down the front line of your body, all the way to your toes. Relax the tops of your toes. Relax the tops of your feet. Relax the tops of your legs. Relax the top of your pelvis, top of your abdomen, your chest, front of your throat, all of your facial muscles, right to the crown of your head. Take a big breath in, right up to the crown of the head. And as you exhale like a wave, the front and back side of your body completely softening and relaxing. Breathe deeply here. Relax all of your facial muscles. Relax your ears. Relax your jaw. Relax the space between your eyes. Relax your eyes. Relax your tongue. Relax your breath. Relax your whole entire body, front and back, side to side, from the inside out. Take a deep clearing breath in, the full breath out. Stay here as long as you like, enjoying this beautiful sense of relaxing. Weaving yourself back together again with every inhale and every exhale. Enjoy your Shavasana as long as you can remain here. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time. Namaste.